Welcome on La Digue, the smallest of the three main islands of the Seychelles. I will show you a ranking, the top 10 places you have to visit on La Digue. Let's start with number 10. Number 10, Anse Banane. Located to the east of La Digue, Anse Banane offers uninterrupted views of the four neighboring islands of Félicité, Marianne, Grand Sur and Petit Sur. The sea is not very deep and not good for swimming. Anse Banane is in the very northeast of La Digue, right next to the well-known restaurant Chez Jules. Just follow the road from La Paz north and then east. Especially in the morning you can experience a wonderful sunrise here and with luck discover one or more torches on the beach or along the way. It is well known and it is considered an insider tip on La Digue. In addition to a beautiful sea view, the beach offers enough for a pleasant stay, because there is a lot to discover and take many pictures of the nice scenery. Although Anse Banane has a great vibe, especially in the early morning when it is calm and you have all this area by yourself just sharing with torches. Because of this, it is my number 10 spot on La Digue. Number 9, Anse Patat. The beach is in close proximity to the Hotel Patatran. Thanks to the soft white sand and calm sea, it is very suitable for swimming as well as for snorkeling, which many consider an insider tip. The fantastic rock formations and the picturesque scenery make Anse Patat a picture book beach on La Digue. Beautiful palm trees, white sand, impressive rocks, and just a few visitors, mostly some wedding couples, take their photos here. Anse Patat has no offshore reef, which means that the sea gets deep quickly and there can be high waves. At high tide, the beach is often completely covered. If you venture into the sea, you should pay attention to the currents, because they can get stronger the deeper you go. Overall, Anse Patat is a gorgeous and safe beach that offers something for everyone. The overall picture makes them a beautiful photo spot on La Digue. If you are particularly lucky, you can watch dolphins from here. Number 8, L'Union Estate. At the southern end of the town of La Réunion, behind the heliport, is L'Union Estate, a former coconut and vanilla plantation that provides insight into La Digue's colonial history. At the entrance to the park you have to pay an entry fee of 115 Seychelles rupees or about $10 or €10. It opens at 6:30 in the morning. A walk through an avenue-like coconut plantation begins. Coconuts were actually grown in this area up until the 1980s. The enclosure where some Aldabra giant tortoises live is very popular with many tourists. Unfortunately, the animals are permanently locked up there. The vanilla plantation is located near the tortoise enclosure. This plant was also once cultivated on La Digue, today still on a small scale. The giant Julian rock is also located in the L'Union Estate and covers an area of 4,000 square meters and is said to be 700 million years old. Here are some impressive drone shots. It is wonderful to cycle through the park here, especially beautiful in the early morning at sunrise when you have the park to yourself. It is also the way to Anse-sur-Sturgeon, the most popular beach on La Digue, but more on that later. Enjoy the park. Number 7. Bellevue. Bellevue is a small settlement below La Digue's highest mountain, the Neat Daggle. Here you can either hike up or there is a taxi that will pick you up at sunset from any accommodation in La Paz. However, it is essential to reserve a few days in advance if you want to enjoy the nice dinner buffet with that great view. If you hike up in daytime, then the restaurant awaits you with a few snacks and fresh juices, and you can relax in an excellent location with lovely views of the half island of La Digue and across to Pralin and Curieuse. With a bit of luck you can also spot a tortoise along the way. Since you are usually only on the beaches on La Digue, you should definitely make a trip to Bellevue to enjoy the best view of La Digue. Number 6. Grand Anse. A wild beach framed by rock formations, which is one of the most beautiful on the island. Mostly deserted, which makes it a perfect spot for photos. Grand Anse is one of the most underrated beaches on La Digue. The best way to get to Grand Anse is by bike. If you want to walk, you should plan some time because the walk from La Paz takes about 50 to 60 minutes and goes uphill and downhill. Grand Anse is a wild beach and its gorgeous setting makes it absolutely unique. It is less crowded than many other dream beaches on La Digue. An absolute insider tip. Behind the beach is a small pond and the hiking trail to Petit Anse and Anse Coco. This is also the starting point for our number 5. Number 5. Point Camille. Point Camille is a magical place in the south of La Digue. You can only reach it with a hike that starts from Grand Anse, and you should definitely take a guide for this. We've been there twice, once with Gerard and once with Robert. Feel free to write me a comment and I can give you the contact details. Local guides know the path better than anyone else, can estimate the tides better and also tell the guests something about the flora and fauna. We felt very safe the whole time, even when we went over hill and dale and daringly over rocks. We would therefore recommend a guided tour to everyone. The Point Camille is part of the hike to Anse Marron and the southwest circumnavigation of La Digue. Number 4. Anse Séville. Anse Séville is located north of La Digue and offers a beautiful view of Pralin, the second largest island in the Seychelles. This is especially beautiful in the evening when the sun sets behind Pralin and transforms the sky into a breathtaking play of colors. The sea here is very calm and relatively flat, especially at low tide. Anse Séville is one of the most beautiful and busiest beaches on La Digue, and rightly so. The sea is flat, calm and protected from the open sea by the offshore reef and some rock formations. A perfect place for snorkeling fans. There are several juice bars along the beach and you can see the turtles along the street or directly on the beach. You will also find the Takamaka Cafe and a Sunset Beach Bar. All have a great flair and I can recommend them. It is the best beach to relax under the shady trees and enjoy the day. Number 3. Anse Coco. The dreamy white sandy beach, the natural pools with crystal clear water and abundant buildings make Anse Coco an enchanting place on La Digue. A nice spot for photographers and those looking for peace and quietness. Anse Coco is located in the east of La Digue, just behind Petit Anse. White sand beach, natural pools and many shady trees make this beach perfect for a day trip. The sea is usually calm, although the currents can be very strong. It is always possible to swim in the natural pools between the rocks. However, swimming outside is only recommended for experienced swimmers. It takes about 45 to 60 minutes to get from Grand Anse via Petit Anse to the beautiful Anse Coco. The path starts north of Grand Anse and first leads over granite rocks to Petit Anse, from where another path leads to Anse Coco. This great hike is very worthwhile because the natural pools invite you to relax and cool off afterwards alone on that beach, cause not many people want to undertake this hike. There are fewer than 10 visitors most days, so it's entirely possible to have the beach all to yourself. As a tip, start hiking early when it's cool and you will probably have the beach and the natural pool to yourself for several hours. We usually started around 8:30 am at Grand Anse. Anse Coco is rightly my third place and still a real insider tip. Number 2. Anse-sur-Stargent. Anse-sur-Stargent is a dream beach as it is written in books and the breathtaking scenery is a highlight. The mix of flat turquoise blue sea, white sandy beach and impressive granite rocks make it one of the most beautiful beaches in the whole Seychelles. An absolute must for every Seychelles vacationer. Anse-sur-Stargent in the southwest of La Digue is a magnet for visitors in the Seychelles and probably one of the most photographed beaches in the world. The mix of spectacular granite cliffs, white sand beach and turquoise sea makes it one of the main attractions in the Seychelles. The beach can be reached via the L'Union Estate Park, for which an entrance fee of 115 rupees has to be paid. The path is signposted and the beach is easy to find. It takes about 10 minutes to cycle from the front gate to the end of L'Union Estate. From there you walk about 15 minutes to the juice bar. But even before that, between the granite rocks, there are many beautiful spots for swimming and taking photos. Most visitors arrive between 10 am and 5 pm, so we were often there from 7 am in the morning. The L'Union Estate opens at 6:30 am. Then you have the busy beach to yourself for 2 or 3 hours. This is also where the Bacardi commercial was filmed in the early 90s. Anse-sur-Stargent should not be missed as a Seychelles holidaymaker, especially not if you are on La Digue. The unique blend of the shallow sea, the white sandy beach and the unique granite formations make it one of the 3 most beautiful places on La Digue. Rightly, my number 2. Number 1. Anse Marron. Anse Marron is the southernmost and most secluded beach on La Digue. The large granite boulders give the beach its breathtaking appearance. The way to Anse Marron is neither marked nor easy to find. The hike requires a certain level of adventure and sportiness. The path leads through the sea at low tide, over granite rocks and the dense jungle. The rocks can be slippery in places, so sturdy shoes are appropriate. A visit is not recommended without a local tour guide. It is best combined with the circumnavigation of the southwest tip of La Digue. Starting from Grande Anse, hike to Point Camille and shortly thereafter to Anse Marron. From here, after an extended break, it's about 2 hours back to Anse-sur-Sturgeon. Anse Marron is one of the most attractive beaches in the Seychelles, with unique granite rocks, a dreamy white sandy beach, countless natural pools, crystal clear water and an intense green vegetation. Anse Marron is a highlight for adventurers and anyone looking for the perfect photo opportunity. The guided tours usually start at 8 AM at Grande Anse and ends around 3 PM at Anse-sur-Sturgeon. Despite the many beauty sceneries on La Digue, Anse Marron is my clearly number 1 on the island.